Howdy, y'all. It's Reese, aka Bearman Prime, on this April 24th. Welcome back to my Read the Bible in a Year series. Thank you again for joining me. Sure do appreciate it. God bless you all. Card in the top right hand corner, as always, for the rest of the playlist. And please hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell so you stay caught up. So, yesterday we caught up with Elijah and Elisha, and we saw that Elijah was spared a bodily death by being taken up into heaven by a whirlwind, leaving Elisha on earth still, and taking his place as the new prophet for the Lord. So let's continue right where we left off in 2 Kings chapter 2 today, picking up in verse 13. Elijah's coat had fallen to the ground, so Elisha picked it up. He went back and stood at the edge of the Jordan River. He hit the water and said, "Where is the Lord, the God of Elijah?" Just as Elisha hit the water separated to the right and to the left. Then Elisha crossed the river. Verse 15. When the group of prophets at Jericho saw Elisha, they said, "Elijah's spirit is now on Elisha." They came to meet Elisha. They bowed very low to the ground before him. They said, "Look, we have 50 good men. Please let them go and look for your master. Maybe the Lord's Spirit has taken Elijah up and dropped him on some mountain or in some valley." But Elisha answered, "No, don't send men to look for Elijah." The group of prophets begged Elisha until he was embarrassed. Then Elisha said, "Send the men to look for Elijah." The group of prophets sent the 50 men to look for Elijah. They looked for 3 days, but they could not find him. So the men went to Jericho where Elisha was staying and told him. Elisha said to them, "I told you not to go." Verse 19. The men of the city said to Elisha, "Sir, you can see this city is in a nice place, but the water is bad. That is why the land cannot grow crops." Elisha said, "Bring me a new bowl and put salt in it." They brought the bowl to Elisha. Then he went out to the place where the water began flowing from the ground. Elisha threw the salt into the water and said, "The Lord said, I am making this water pure. From now on, this water will not cause any more death or keep the land from growing crops." The water became pure and is still good today. It happened just as Elisha had said. Verse 23. Elisha went from that city to Bethel. He was walking up the hill to the city, and some boys were coming down out of the city. They began making fun of him. They said, "Go away, you bald-headed man! Go away, you bald-headed man!" Elisha looked back and saw them. He asked the Lord to cause bad things to happen to them. Then 2 bears came out of the forest and attacked the boys. There were 42 boys ripped apart by the bears. Elisha left Bethel and went to Mount Carmel, and from there he went back to Samaria. All right, so admittedly that is an odd ending to that story, but let's jump back and start from the beginning there. So Elisha is now alone. Elijah is gone, and everyone is wondering, where's Elijah? Because they all knew and respected Elijah as a great prophet and a great man. So they even said, "Let's go find him. Maybe the Lord, dropped him off somewhere." And this is, in my view, this is kind of an example of people latching on to the wrong thing. They respected Elijah. They liked him a lot. They listened to him. But Elijah is just a conduit. Elijah was the one who spoke for God. Okay, but they didn't really recognize that Elisha was now the one who's supposed to be doing that, the one who's speaking for God. They were latched on to Elijah, and they were desperate to find him, it sounds like. And Elisha's like, "No, don't. You don't need to go look for him. He's not here." But they insisted. And after 3 days of not finding him, they were like, "Guess he's gone." And how many times have we looked for something that we have, attached our lives to or attached our hopes to, only to be disappointed when we don't find it? Okay, so remember that. And then Elisha starts doing his good works here. He purifies the water in Jericho. And then, just a quick lesson to you kids out there. Listen to your mom and dad and respect your elders. Don't make fun of people. Otherwise, bears might eat you or maul you for some reason. I don't know. Well, anyway, that's all for today. We'll pick it up there tomorrow. Thank you again for joining me. I sure do appreciate it, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.